Live.
What's up, potheads and political junkies? You're watching Cannabis Culture News Live. Jeremiah here, lighting joints with Carly Marley.
Hello.
And Mr. David Malmo Levine in the hot seat. This
Taking
guy,
those N95 hits.
What about Johnny B in the Zoom
And
room?
Johnny B is on the Zoom. And look who else just
Are we
zoomed
all
in
together,
here. We can
or are
see
we
the
just
back
like...
of him. Mr. Cookie Man.
Cookie
Oh shit! His name's up there.
We're seeing the back
His
of
cover's blown.
Mr. Cookie.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How you doing, Johnny B?
Well, I'm pretty good. I'm just sitting here rolling a joint, hanging out, growing.
You took your terp hat off.
processing. Well, that's because I was showing you the long hair, dude.
Show him that hat. Save the terps.
terps,
Save
man.
the terps.
It's all about the terps. It's all about the moisture. It's all about humidity. It's a lot of great. Oh, Brian, we have a
Don't throw
hat
out the
for
terps.
a freezer to make it go down to -40. That you buy from Home Depot for like $300. It has to be an R60 coolant, R600 coolant, which is the N-tane. And with a little trick, by taking the thermostat off and wrapping it around the freezer, you can make the freezers go down to minus or a lot.
Yeah. Sorry, Johnny. We're going to turn you up a little bit. We're just having a hard time hearing you in the...
Are you having a hard time hearing me?
little bit in the room. That's okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Now we hear you better. Thanks, man. Oh, there we
Well,
go. Now I can see
I have
you.
to light this joint because it wouldn't be the same if I wasn't getting high.
I'm gonna get high too then.
Don't have a lighter.
There's Mr. Cookie.
Good,
How you doing, Cookie Man?
and you guys?
Not bad. Just getting everything set up here. There's our monitor.
And we'll need some Q-tips, please. Hang on a sec.
So, boys and girl, we're just 3 days away from the big 420 celebration. We're going to pack the park with 150,000 people.
No, we're not.
I heard I'm already got my tent set up.
Me
Johnny's
too.
tent is
I'm
already
camped
set
out.
up. He's
I'm
camped
camped
out.
out there. I got my pinball. I'm gonna charge $1 a shot.
$1 a shot. Nice. And you get a free game at 7,000 points or something, don't you?
Less than that, 5,200.
Oh, 5,200. Oh, damn. That doesn't seem too hard to acquire, but what do they give you, like, really low scoring? 1 point for everything that happens?
Yeah, 10 points.
This year, 420, Jeremiah's setting up a kissing booth.
Oh, Jesus. We're calling it the COVID kiss
The
booth,
COVID kiss booth.
but we're going to do it with masks on.
Just far away.
Yes, yeah, you blow them a kiss from a mile away.
Yeah.
There you go.
And can we see David? Have we seen David yet? Is there a way to switch over to him?
I thought he was beside you guys on the couch.
Look at, where is Dave?
There I am.
There he is.
I'm here. Hello, everybody.
He's got his mask on. So when
He
you're
is
in
on the
Zoom,
couch.
can you not switch back and forth from our cam to Dave's cam and then output it that way, or how does that work? I guess you can't.
Switch to Dave's
You're
cam.
pretty
No,
much
no,
done
the
with
switch
one
doesn't
cam.
happen on the fly.
Cammed out.
You need to,
Do that.
Oh, here, I'll trade you.
they won't use them at the same.
This is great. We're all hanging out together.
I'm doing a dab.
So the 420 Zoom is going to be quite an event that we're kind of gearing up for. Is that correct?
Yeah, I got backstage passes, yo.
I got some for
Yes.
sale if you guys want those.
Yes, we definitely aren't doing the big 420 in the park, but we are doing it online. So you can see it on pot.tv and Cannabis Life Network. It should be fun. We're getting it all set up. Here, I'm continuing to dab.
Good. Got a dab more.
They're putting a
Don't-
stage down on Sunset Beach, and there'll be nobody there. But we're gonna
I
have
heard
people
the
coming out
camped
one
out
at a
there.
time. There'll be people camped out. Everybody will be 6 feet away from each other.
I wonder if anybody will go down.
And then when you get there, everybody gets
Oh, yeah.
a noodle. You get a 6 foot. You get those pool noodles. So this way, you know you're 6 feet away from each other. And you have to walk around with your noodle in your hand.
There'll be the Onceler will sell weed by lowering it down into a pail after you put in 15 cents in a nail.
And yes, the park champions. I think if anybody does go down to the beach, they might have a problem with the Vancouver park champions whacking them with pool noodles.
What's up
No
with the
way.
landlord?
Yeah,
Is he going to be
that's a
able
real
to
thing.
visit the? Is he going to be like holding fort for this?
You get whacked off with pool noodles.
They are They're making sure everybody socially distances properly in the parks.
Really? By hitting you with a pool noodle?
With a
I hope
pool
they
noodle,
have-
you didn't know
they
about that?
sanitize
A pool
those
noodle
things.
6 feet. Yeah. I like my noodle. I
Yeah,
have
just
one.
whacking a bunch of people with the same needle.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
This was
It's
a
like the
huge
concept of coughing into your elbow and then shaking hands by bumping elbows. Genius.
Yeah, no, did you see that in England the other day, 4 cops came into a person's home without a warrant. None of them were wearing masks. None of them were wearing gloves. And it was because they received a complaint about a lack of social distancing.
Really?
Really? And did you read about Alberta's Bill B10 or Bill 10 or something like that? Where they can order mandatory vaccinations and prevent any debate about it in the legislature?
There seems to be a lot of government overstepping the people's civil rights and all kinds of stuff, using this COVID thing as an excuse.
Yeah, there's actually a tried and true method of flattening the curve that doesn't involve any fascistic encroachment. It's just a universal mask law.
Right.
In Czechoslovakia, everyone has to wear a mask. It can be a homemade mask. It just has to be a mask, and it reduces the inoculum, and it flattens the curve, and it works, and there's no lockdown.
That does seem to be a decent thing. Now, they haven't... Again, isn't that just speculation, though, that really will do the trick?
No, there's this website. It's called Infection Trajectory. I can send it to you. It's on my Facebook page. I'm constantly citing it and arguing that this thing actually works. You can look at the countries that are working, like New Zealand, curve flattened. And Czechoslovakia, curve flattened. Canada is going up like this. The U.S. is going up like this. Sweden's going up like this.
Yeah.
You can tell who's working and who's not working.
Well, Sweden didn't do anything, right?
Sweden is the loosest rules in the world right now, and they're getting they're gonna have swamped hospitals in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I think it actually, you hear different news every day. Oh, it's getting better. The curve is flattening. Oh, it's not really flattening. And they keep announcing more like deaths that were unreported from nursing homes across the U.S. and Canada. Or at least across the U.S., I think there's a whole bunch of them.
In Canada, too.
Well, Worldometer is a great source of statistics for COVID, and they're reporting regular 5,000 to 7,000 or more deaths total every day. And the flu at its most is 1 to 2,000, and that's the seasonal flu, and it doesn't have exponential growth. This has the potential to get tens of thousands every day, or even hundreds of thousands every day, if people don't start wearing masks.
So, Dave, what do you... Actually, I just quickly wanted to talk about the 420 broadcast, and I want to come back to the COVID stuff in just a second.
Sure.
Because I wanted to ask you about some of the latest stuff that's going on. I know you read a lot of the news on this stuff.
I do.
But for those who are out there watching right now that want something to do on 420, if you're bored, you're at home, you're socially distanced, you're...
You want to connect with the flower people, the happy, hungry, relaxed community.
That's right. You can tune in on pot.tv and Cannabis Life Network to watch our 420 official Vancouver 420 broadcast. And we've got it it's going to be fun. We have a bunch of people tuning in, activists and other people, musicians and stuff. It's going to be cool. We've got clips of previous years of 420. Dave's going to give us some history of 420.
I've got a slideshow. I mean, it started off about 380 photos, and Greg has asked me to narrow it down to like the best 50 or 60. So
yes,
I'm going to do
you
that.
Narrowed it down to 338. You said.
Well, no, it went back up because I had to do the last couple of years, and then there were so many good photos from the last couple of years. That guy who had that machine, that leaf blower combined with that
Spicoli?
Yeah, that was so cool. I mean, I've never seen a machine
He
the love gun.
created that, and now people, I've seen it all over the internet in different forms and fashions, and I've never saw anyone come up with that concept before.
That's the love cannon.
Yeah, that's like a half pound of marijuana shot at you from a cannon at one time. Unbelievable. And then the drone shots. We send up a drone to show everybody how big our farmers market is. It is literally 2 city blocks packed full of people, and then like about another half a block in every direction and towards the beach and everything. No, it's just it's humongous. There's got to be 100,000 people. It's just at one time, and like 150 or so over the course of the day.
Yeah.
Different people that come in and out and do all their shopping that day.
It's massive.
It is massive now.
And it's fun.
What we got to do is encourage people who want to buy marijuana from the gray market or the green market instead of the corporate swagweed.
Yes.
That they can go online or phone the Vancouver Medical Cannabis Dispensary, and they do online orders. And then the money goes back into the fight for full herbal autonomy for all people instead of this cartelization they're calling legalization. And so I want to encourage people, stay with your black market dealer or shop with the activists. Don't spend money with the LPs. They'll just spend it on keeping you down, putting their thumb on your neck and making it so that only rich people can sell it and only old people can smoke it.
Well, I'm hoping the weed gets better from those guys, because that's really like, you know, the problem right now. Not only does it's not going to a very good cause, but it's not very good weed.
They don't care about it. They only care about the bottom line. They cut corners on quality. They didn't hire the best growers. They just hired the people who would obey them and work for shitty wages.
Yeah.
No, they cut the good people out of the economy, and their quality is suffering because of it. No, you got to stick with the activists. We've been doing it and doing it right for decades.
Yep. So tune in on 420. We're going to start the broadcast, I think, at 11:30 our time, a.m., because we want to capture all the 420 moments across Canada on the broadcast. So hosted by Marijuana Man Greg Williams, we're going to go through all of the different 420s, starting, I guess, at 11:50, which is the 420 as far east in Canada as you can get. So
11:50 Pacific.
11:50 Pacific is when the first 420 in Canada happens every day.
Excellent.
Yes, so we'll be including that. I think we're going to get started around the 11:30 mark, so we can sort of get a few things in earlier than that as well. So it should be fun. We're going to go all the way past 4:20 Pacific time, of course, and then we'll probably wrap it up around 5 p.m.
Yeah, man.
So it should be a good all-day broadcast for you guys out there. Gonna have it should be fun. You guys just tune in and see the shit.
It's already 7:10 here.
Yeah? Oh, yeah.
Almost 7:20.
Mr. Cookie's in his underground bunker in Ontario.
In Ontario?
Deep below.
That's where you are.
2 floors under.
Oh, Lord. That last dab.
Good.
blew me away.
I gave you a big one last time.
Don't
It's
go
420
crazy on me.
though.
Well,
It's gonna be
I'm going to
420.
light this joint in.
Almost
420.
Almost
460 in. I'm gonna slip out shortly after 420
I'm gonna throw a
because I
plug
have a
in there.
bunch of orders to back up for CannabisCultureHQ.com.
There you go.
Make sure you go check it out. We got lots of goodies going on there.
What's going on Cannabis Culture's website? How is
Are you guys doing mail order?
Of cannabis?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so it's just Dana.
Yeah. I
Any
guess so.
any other activist organizations doing mail order?
There's lots of mail order companies out there.
Activists?
I don't know.
Yeah, but I can't think of their names right
You
now.
can't say their names.
And I'm
right?
not sure
I don't
if
know.
I know what their policies are during COVID.
Right.
That's the thing.
Yeah, well,
BC Bud knows lots of good local companies.
right. Dana Larson's Vancouver Medicinal Cannabis Dispensary.
Doing
Great
it.
prices, great
Right.
quality, and all the money goes back into the movement. So if you got a mail order with them. That's my endorsement for
There you
today.
go.
Yeah, I just placed an order with them.
There you go.
It should
Yeah.
be here Monday.
Right arm.
Right arm.
right arm?
So, David, I did want to ask you back to the whole craziness in the world. the
While
COVID
I'm
thing.
here.
While you're here, what do you think about like all these plans to open things back up, like Trump and all those guys, the governors down south who are like really pressing to open everything back up?
Yeah, well, I don't trust Donald Trump. Not just because he's a liar, but because, in my article, COVID-19 Cannabis and Herbal Medicine, I look into this whole Malthusian death cult thing, where some people, instead of learning how to have zero population growth with the sharing of resources and renewable energy and ecological sustainable policies. Instead of all that, they're like, let's just kill 9/10 of the population and we'll reduce the burden on the environment that way, and then we can still keep our polluting, monopolizable energy systems in place. That's how some people think, unfortunately.
It's true.
And it goes way back to the eugenics movement and forced sterilization and like the Rockefellers. Now Bill Gates, who says he's a big fan of the Rockefellers and met with David Rockefeller to discuss the overpopulation problem in 2009, he's the guy responsible for a lot of the response to the virus, and everybody's talking about the vaccine and nobody's talking about any other types of treatments. And I've been looking into colloidal silver and herbs, so you might want to check those out, because there's no vaccine for MERS and there's no vaccine for SARS. And this is like SARS 2, so there might not be any vaccine for this one too. It might not be possible. There might be no acquired immunity with this disease. They've noticed some people are getting sick again after recovering from it. And so, and other people argue there's an HIV envelope to this virus. It's like part of the building blocks of this virus. So, vaccine might not save us. And you might want to look at vaccine efficacy and safety.
Happy 420.
Happy 420, everybody!
Again? I
Dab
thought this was
time.
for you.
No, it's not that big.
All right.
But in my article, I go into the whole history of the problems with vaccines. It might not be the best way to stay alive and stay healthy. You might want to look into other options. And so I think masks work, so wear them. And then look into herbs and colloidal silver, because a lot of them are really quite effective. I never travel anywhere without my homemade hand sanitizer with rubbing alcohol and essential oils, and I never go anywhere without my this is wild oregano droplets. If you ever had a tickle on your throat that you know is going to turn into a sore throat,
Yeah.
trouble swallowing, a couple drops of this on the back of the throat, and it's gone in 10 minutes. So I don't take any chances. I don't leave home without them.
I might need some of that right now.
Yeah, it doesn't work on dabs. It's just for, sickness. It tastes like ass, too. So you got to be like, usually carry around a chaser with it, because it's not a good taste. But it kills viruses. And there's actually evidence. There's like peer-reviewed, total awesome studies about colloidal silver, wild oregano, oregano oil, and things like grapefruit seed extract and other antivirals. I collected a bunch of them. There's even more that I've found since I published the article. And people are going to want to look into this themselves and Google these herbal medicines and like antiviral activity and see that there's a ton of stuff on it. And it's well researched.
Side effects from these products?
I think grapefruit seed extract, they recommend you watch which medicines you take with it. But I haven't really heard of any... if you take too much colloidal silver, your skin turns blue. But that's for people who have like
Really?
grams of it in them. And really, this stuff is active in nanoparticles, so you only need a capful. You don't need to chug-a-lug like gallons of this stuff.
So
but
don't.
too much.
apart from your skin turning blue, it doesn't really kill you or hurt you. Oh dear.
That seems like a pretty big side effect.
Well, I mean, with vaccines, the side effects are like
Viagra is
death.
the
If you want to
same
be a
thing.
Smurf for Halloween,
Yeah,
then it's
you
an
could.
awesome
If you're joining the
choice.
Blue Man group, that could come in handy.
They
but
could
if
come
you-
in handy, but
if you're not, though,
the side effects of these
Maybe a
herbal
problem.
medicines and silver are way less dangerous than the side effects of vaccines. They had to discontinue the search for the SARS vaccine because people had worse outcomes than from SARS. Or made SARS
vaccine.
worse, basically.
huh?
So, and people died of SARS. So, vaccines are less safe. Definitely less safe. And they've created this whole construct to hide the deaths from vaccines. This vaccine court that doesn't collect any data. And then there's this vaccine kind of data collection system that doesn't make any decisions about causality. It'll just give you a settlement as long as you agree that, you don't say the vaccine caused the death of your kid or whatever. And so, and there's no liability. There's no economic incentive for vaccine makers to make their products safer because they don't have to pay anything out to anybody if their product kills
Doesn't it
anyone.
have to work though?
Here's the stats on just the measles vaccine in the United States. Over the last 15 years, there was 2 deaths from the measles.
Right.
There's 127 deaths from the measles vaccine.
Okay, but isn't...
But theoretically, how many deaths would there be from measles if the measles vaccine wasn't in existence?
2.
Would we not be living in this state of pandemic all the time?
2
if we
deaths
didn't
from the
already
measles.
have the vaccines
Well,
existing?
measles isn't... it's lethal in countries with no clean water, no sanitation, shitty living conditions, no
Yeah,
labor
Dave,
standards,
doesn't that show that
no nutrition.
the vaccine is doing its job? If there's only 2 cases of people getting the measles, then because before there was a lot of cases of people getting the measles.
Yeah, if you notice, the amount of disease went down in both vaccine diseases and diseases that have no vaccine possible, like scarlet fever. All the diseases went down before the introduction of the vaccine. There are other factors at work, but because clean water isn't a product, it's like a human right. Because labor standards isn't a product, it's a human right. Because nutrition, well, is kind of a product, but it's not one you can monopolize.
Yeah.
These other elements
Carly Marley,
that
is outta
reduce
here.
disease,
Thanks, Carly Marley.
they're
And thanks
not
for
a
getting me
corporate
high.
product.
You're welcome. I'll leave
I'm
the
just
stuff
totally
with you.
fucking crazy high now.
That's... These are both the lounges, but you can find these both on cannabisculturehq.com if you want to have them at home.
There you go.
Here's,
Thanks,
You guys
Carly.
enjoy the show.
I'll just leave you with one thought before I go. The average cost of a flu vaccine shot is $50.
Yeah.
Multiply that by 7.7 billion people on Earth. Say you had a mandatory vaccine that everybody on Earth was forced to take,
Yeah.
like they're doing in talking about doing in Alberta with forced vaccination laws. They're ramming through. Now that is 350, give or take, $350 billion in gross profits for the vaccine company that comes up with that mandatory vaccine. That is right, I think 6 times bigger than the whole vaccine industry is right now. Can they resist those profits? I mean, they're the least ethical corporate sector on earth with the worst ethical track record. They were war profiteers in World War II.
Yeah.
They got tried at Nuremberg, these IG Farben, these big chemical companies that were using death labor slaves to test their vaccines on.
Yeah.
I don't trust them. I think they're bad people who would do anything to make a profit, and I wouldn't put it past them to release one of these viruses into the world in order to, hey, we got the cure right here.
Well, I think that you have to have evidence to claim that, though.
Well, you have evidence in the case of AIDS, and you have evidence in the case of anthrax and the release of those bioweapons, and you have a history of the U.S. using bioweapons on China and other countries for the last 70 years.
That's
and
all true.
you-
But that still doesn't mean that you can prove that this one
No,
is.
you can't prove that this one is released, but you can say, hey, there's a likelihood given all this other evidence, and we shouldn't discount it, and maybe we should create protection for whistleblowers
That's
in the
true.
community.
Yes.
And maybe we should look seriously at some of the hazards of vaccines, and instead of just saying, oh, Wakefield was a fraud, look more closely into his defense of his research.
Yeah.
And there's evidence of fraud behind the attack of him. He was railroaded. And we instead of just saying, oh, you know, you're anti-vax, you're a kook, we got to look at the science. That there is a association, a strong, convincing association between the number of vaccines a country recommends and the infant mortality rate. The more vaccines a country gives to their children, the higher the infant mortality rate. That's just right across the board. That's a pattern that follows in 22 countries.
So, but does that mean...
Couldn't that also just mean that those children are born in places where they need more
They look
vaccines?
no,
Because
they look at 22 developed countries. with similar rates of disease, and it's an association between the vaccine, number of vaccines, and infant mortality.
But what if the vaccine is actually working and doing the thing that they say that it's doing, and that's limiting a whole bunch more deaths in population?
Why? Okay. Why is there huge deaths of Ebola in poor countries and very small number of deaths in rich countries? Is it all a coincidence, or could it be that the health infrastructure, the amount of nutrition, the standard of living, clean water and sanitation actually are greater factors in disease than the number of vaccinations? There's no vaccine for Ebola, by the way. You have to rely on these other systems in order to prevent outbreaks from like burning through the whole world. And it's the same as you look at the historical evidence. The historical evidence backs up the evidence of, say, malaria or measles today. It destroys millions of lives in poor countries. It's not so bad in rich countries. It just goes after the poor in rich countries. Basically, if you're rich, you don't die of the measles in rich countries. But if you look at the historical data, all diseases, every disease you care to mention, the mortality rate went down before the introduction of the vaccine. So other factors are at play here.
I don't know. We got to crunch those numbers.
You got to look at my article.
Yeah.
Look closely at the article.
Yes. Yeah. Look at Johnny, what he's got on screen.
Uh-oh. Johnny is...
Is that his background?
Is that his
behind him?
background, or is he swimming in a big bud? Yeah. Anyway, I got people to see about things, and I got to, shake hands, kiss babies. Or is it
There you
shake
go.
babies and kiss hands? I keep getting those two mixed up, but got to run.
David will be there on 420.
I'll be there on 420,
Yeah.
and I'll talk about the history of 420, and I'll show you photos from every 420 and all the rallies in Vancouver. And everyone will be relaxed, hungry, and happy, and inspired and focused because they're connected with each other and with our co-evolutionary plant partner, cannabis.
There you go.
There you are.
Thank you, David Malmo
In a
Levine.
nutshell.
Always a pleasure to have you on the show, David.
Thanks for letting me
Mask
come
and all.
on the show and share my nutshells.
You're hilarious.
I am. I'm too funny.
So,
Vancouver! Are y'all ready to get high with Cypress Hill?
Happy 420 Vancouver. You ready to do this?
Let's go!
Cypress Hill squad right here.
Sing along with us right here.
Everything we planned.
We want to get high.
I'm here complaining about no blue MedTainer, but I have a fucking pipe right here for hash. Can't be wrong.
Let's Vancouver get high. Come on.
You're quiet.
Get high.
Maybe I'm not. I hear myself really loud, but I'm right here with.
I know, I hear
Exactly.
myself really loud
I
too.
believe so. That's just a sample. There's a lot of things happening for 420, so yeah, take a look at it. We
nice.
were at the studio last night, looking really good.
Yeah.
I'm making soup, so that's about it.
Look at
Homemade
Johnny.
turkey soup.
Yeah, I gotta
Johnny,
do that.
let's see. I want to see that picture again.
Johnny's got to talk. Because he's Zoom now.
Tell us what's going on, Johnny.
I'm zooming over here.
You're half man, half plant.
I know.
You're like the weed swamp thing.
It's just who I am.
Oh man, I'm getting chilly in here for some reason. You guys are both going to be there for 420 also. Mr.
Yes.
Cookie Man tuned
Yeah.
in.
Greg told me to
We're here early.
You're going to hold it down from across Canada on the other side for that 420 for us, I think,
I get
right?
to do like a whole bunch of 420s. My 420's at like what, 10 o'clock your time or some shit?
Yeah, it's at sometime in the morning. We'll work. No, it's not 10 o'clock.
Greg said.
It's like, I don't know what, I can't remember. No, we're not starting until
Oh, it's at
11:30, so
1:20.
yours has to be after that. It has to be like afternoon sometime.
120.
120. Yeah, that's
I
right.
got 5 minutes between 12:25
My math is really
and
great.
12:30, so I'll just do a dab and say hi, and that's about it.
Well, I didn't really
Pretty
want to do
good.
like a super long show or anything. I just wanted to like tune in with you guys and have a little fun and talk about our 420 broadcasts. I don't know if Mr. Cookie was gonna play some pinball.
Try to break that high score again, eh?
He sent me some pictures. Those pictures are awesome, Mr. Cookie. I love the way that thing lights up. It's such a 1972 pinball machine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is.
And like it's so like pitted and everything, but it's still good.
And how long have you had it for?
Oh fuck, probably 20 years or something.
Yeah,
That's
you want
awesome.
Jeremiah wants that.
I think I
love
bought it.
pinball
I
machines.
think I actually bought it for like a half ounce or an ounce of weed or something way back in the day.
That's expensive back in those days.
And then my dad, one of the flippers was broken, so my dad went online and got like the part number and ordered a new flipper for it and put her in, and now we're good to go. You just can't hold them down because it'll burn it out. But you just gotta. It's old, you know. You gotta be gentle.
Yeah, don't whack on the buttons too hard.
Yeah, don't ride them. You know, you
You'll
can't
tilt
like,
it.
You can hear it, like it's like. But it's fun.
Those old machines are the best, man.
Yeah,
we
so
have
far
one
I
at
only
high
got
score here. We have a
52,000.
Simpsons pinball machine.
Can you hear me?
Oh
Is
yeah,
that better?
way better.
There you go. I'll just hold this
Fucking
right
Alfred
here.
Hitchcock.
Have
New
you done
microphone,
your dab
Johnny?
today?
Pardon me?
Got a new microphone?
I've had this for a long time. Since we've been doing House Church, like I bought this a couple years ago.
That's when he does the singing. And he does
when I
the
sing.
TikTok.
You didn't know about my karaoke Fridays? And I do it like from between 1 and 3 a.m.
He just gives her.
The top of your lungs. Your neighbors love you.
No, actually, it's
You should,
sing in my
do it on
grow
Pod
room, and I
TV,
sing in
Johnny.
my plant. So I go inside my room and pull out the microphone and I sing to my ladies.
You should
That's why the residents are so good, because they just love my voice so much. And then
you should throw it up live on Facebook.
yeah, no.
Never a bad idea.
Every Friday night from 1 a.m. to 3, Johnny does like his own little like dance party at home. Karaoke dance party.
Karaoke dance party. So, are you guys playing a video, or are we just like all live right now?
We're all live right now.
Oh, that's even better. Good.
Whoever top goes in.
Even better. So you know what? Like I was
That's
looking
so
at all
funny.
the like how many more companies are filing for bankruptcy. Look what happened with Aurora. They got pulled out of a couple different countries now.
Well, I guess they're running out of cash. They probably can't pay, so they're just like, you get out of here.
Yeah, you're seeing this, but this is just steadily like even Great Gardner. You can talk about that, and Matt and Kurt. So they pulled out of Canopies. They've parted their ways with their little like adventures. So that's pretty much done.
That's the weirdest one ever. They went to like one trade show with like a name, and then that's it. Now they're like done.
Well, they were doing that for a long. It was before that, so they were getting things going, and whatever happened. Who knows? I'm sure Kurt wrote paperwork properly that Canopy wanted out.
Yeah, I know exactly. They're
I
not
didn't even know that happened. That's crazy.
Yeah, that just happened today.
Yesterday. So I mean, that's just one of several, though. So Canopy's giving up on quite a few, right? So there's a lot of people who are linked. Like I think James E. Wagner was like the Canopy of some sort. Someone was saying I don't know if I'm right or wrong, so
What about
I
Drake?
should not talk about that. So it was kind of weird, but yeah, I was just kind of going through certain things and what's happening with the industry and stuff. But I mean, I had a really good thing about that. I was talking about that. Everybody's talking about this black market. I'm like, black market?
The black market?
Isn't it the medical market supplying patients? So it's not the black market, it's the medical market. And that's what's happened with the industry. Now we have legal cannabis. The market that everybody's talking about is called the medical market. Patients helping patients. Patients supporting patients. People making sure patients are taken care of. So, I mean, right now what we're looking at is 2020 is it's the medical market. Grow your own.
You got any clones you can mail me over here?
I'll send you some. What do you need?
Just some clones over here on our end.
And shipping clones kind of suck, so that's why I've been doing the seed giveaway on my Instagram in the morning. 7:10 coffee and cannabis seed giveaway, having fun with that. And I was giving away the seeds that I got from last year's 420 all month of 420. So that was kind of my deal that I said. And a couple months before that, I gave away a bunch of my genetics. So I gave away 42 different seeds to 42 different growers across Canada with the genetics that I bred back in the days of the Haas, the Medi Lights, the My Little Pony. Yeah, you know the ones I'm talking about. People see those. They're kind of selections got them. So I gave away a bunch of those seeds. But then for 2020, because I got all those seeds last year from the guy from 420, I figured, why not give away seeds all 420? It's $2. It's pretty much a little envelope. I put it in a pocket ashtray from Green Planet. Throw a pack of Bovida in there. A pack of Geezer rolled papers of Bovida and 2 free seeds. There you go, bro, for 2020. It's been fun. Just in Canada, though. You have to be in Canada. Just saying. And I need a phone for that, so my phone kind of got broken. So what happened is, as you can see, everybody knows my phone was pretty bad, right? But last night it fell and it hit the stairs, and it just went all black. So I can't see nothing, so it was plugged in. And as you can see, I'm kind of looking after my dear cell phone.
Holy shit.
Go get grass shouts in your finger, man.
Smashed. Does it still work, John?
Well, you can see it's plugged in. I can't see nothing, no texts, no nothing. But if I get a phone call, it connects to the laptop.
Well, and then you can see sort of who called, but yeah.
Kinda. You know what?
Yeah,
but,
the quarantine's been rough on a few items like that for myself, too. I lost my drone. It fucking flew away and never came back.
Really? You lost your drone, dude?
How did that happen?
No way!
It's literally up on the mountain over here because I went up over the mountain. There's a lake on the mountain, and I wanted to go and film the lake and fly around. I was like, I could probably do it. And I pushed it. Like it said.
So in other words, you lost the signal. It dropped. There's drones over the sun.
But it actually gives you the last GPS coordinates. So where it's dropped, I have the coordinates. So it's technically a hike up the mountain, but I can't cross the river right now because the water's too high.
Oh, Jesus.
And it's literally like,
yeah, don't even attempt that, Mr.
Like
Cookie.
my one buddy from town, he's like, "Are you worried someone's gonna find it?" I said, "Well, if someone finds it way up there, they're pretty lucky just walking like through the middle of the random bush and like, oh, a drone." But it's under warranty, so as long as I bring him back the carcass, I can get a new one, and it's good until like September. So I do have a couple months to go get it. I just want to go before the bugs start and everything, but it was fucking. Yeah, I'm like. Huh?
I'm laughing.
So
Brian's looking for a good spot actually to plant some outdoors. That was what the real whole thing was about. He's looking for that outdoor preferred.
No,
location.
there's a lookout up there that I always go to, but yeah, no. So now I got to go buy an Argo so I can go up there right now. But no, other than that, I can just hike up. It's only like a couple kilometers up. And it's like, I know the area extremely well, so.
And does it gives you exact coordinates?
Yeah, it's like, it's last coordinates. So if it fell, you'll see it like within,
And how do those coordinates work for you to go and find it? Like, what do you input those coordinates into to be like, now I know where I am? Like Google Maps or something?
Yeah, Apple Maps.
Longitude, latitude.
Wow, it just puts it up on an Apple Map.
Yeah,
there
look.
You go. That's funny.
Look, my drone.
That's pretty cool.
Everybody knows where to get Brian's drone right now. It's already gone. He just showed
It's a race. It's a race up there. No, well, here I'll show you. There's a lake there. There's a big lake. Oh, you can't see. There's a lake there anyway, and it's actually on the other side of the lake, so it'd be like, without actually knowing where to go, it's kind of weird.
That's funny.
Yeah. So
well,
now
be careful out there.
It's just a little weird.
Yeah, don't get lost in the bush or something.
No, that's where we used to go. Like, ever since I was like, like 8, 9 years old, I was like, go on the other side of the bush there, and that's safe zone,
Well, yeah, that's a crazy drone. So the footage, did you get footage? Was the camera on when it flew away? And how does that work?
it didn't. It ended the signal, so I didn't get to retrieve it. You usually kind of retrieve it while it's kind of in the air and coming back to you or whatever. But yeah, I watched it like with my eyes flying it, and I was like, oh, so I know like how far it is and exactly where it is. But I was like, oh, let's go a little bit further, and then it was like flashed all red, and I was like, what the fuck? And I look, I'm like, oh no. But that's why you insure these things, I guess.
Johnny, do you have any drones? No? Is that
It's pretty much my favorite toy in the whole world. Like I never actually really liked anything before. That one I really like.
No,
Flying
my
it's like the
toys-
coolest fucking thing.
My toys are growing equipment.
Where are you allowed to fly it? Because in Vancouver, I think you're not allowed to fly it, right?
Well, I'm literally in the middle of nowhere. Like I'm in a town that has like a population of 3,500. I don't even think a plane flies over here. and I don't take it high enough to cause any interference with anything.
Oh, really? Is there a certain
I don't
height
know.
that it becomes like
Yeah,
airspace
like
or
you
something?
can go too high with those things for sure. Like I could see you going into a flight path with some of them.
Like 5 miles.
They're cool little machines, huh? Does it have like 4 little hella blades or something?
Yeah, and a wicked camera on it. Fucking. It's what we always dreamed about.
Drone
That's what we always
deliveries
dreamed
in
about.
California. through
How much
Amazon.
does one of those things cost, Cookie?
Anywhere from like 1,000 to like 3,000. So that one was about fucking 1,500. So I have the remote, so that's probably like 200. But no, yeah, with the exact GPS coordinates, it helps you out because at least you know where it is. You know what I mean? It gives you that range. Like normally you wouldn't fly it into like up a fucking mountain where you don't really have to hike and stuff. But you know, I know that area and it's not so bad, so that's fine.
Well,
It'll be rewarding.
be careful out there.
I'm gonna borrow another friend's drone when I go get that one, so that I can fly over too.
You should fly the other drone over to see where yours is.
from the same spot, maybe.
Yeah.
No, but when I get up there, that's what we're gonna do. But now with this whole self-ice, or you can't be with someone that's not in your household. I can't just have a friend go with me like on a 4-wheeler or a dirt bike or anything like that. So it's kind of funny, like.
Does the drone have some sort of protocol that would like either make it fly back when it gets out of range, or make it like land or something, or does it just like fall down when it gets off as you get the signal?
Normally, if it had the signal, it should, like when it warned me, I should have made it come back because there's a button you can press and it'll like technically just come back. And I did not push that button. I'll fucking admit that. I was close. I was close to the lake, but because I went up and then down, you couldn't see the remote anymore. You know what I mean? So even if you're like in a long fucking like, you know, you can send it far away, but you can't fucking send it like up and down mountains like that. Unless you're at the top of the mountain, then you can send her down, no problem. I didn't realize that exactly, and then when it happened, I was like, oh fuck. But at least it's just up there, and it's not, you know.
Those things are fun. In Vancouver, I think they have laws against them.
Yeah, you can't fly it anywhere except for like West Van a bit, like up by like maybe Lions Bay a little bit even, and up past Whistler you can do a bit of it, but there's a lot of like no fly zones there. Here in like Northern Ontario, not too many no fly zones, just pretty much by the airport and like by some lakes because they would have the airplanes that land on them and stuff.
Crazy. Well, what time is it right now? Can't even see the time. 4:48. You guys got anything else going on, Johnny? Are you doing your giveaways and shit?
Oh, I'm constantly giving away stuff on 420 all day long on MedTainer, Canada.ca. Buy one, get one free, anything. So if you buy anything on the site, you get one free. That's my deal for 420. Just, you know,
on which site?
MedTainerCanada.ca. So I'm pretty much, if you buy anything on the site, I'm going to see if I'll even throw in a free Vancouver old limited edition 420 MedTainer because we have lots of those from 2013, 2014. So we have a whole slew. I was getting ready for this year's 420, but since I'm not going to be at the 420, we're going to do it live. I think, well, we'll do that on the website. So buy anything on the website, buy one, get one free, and get a free 420 MedTainer from over the years. So get one from the archives.
I
There you
still need
go.
my old MedTainer from this year, even though it's not happening, to go with the collection that I have here.
There you go. Funny, I'm getting the 420 MedTainers for 2020 printed, and they're shut down. So they never got printed.
But you'll go print after, and we'll still get
No,
them.
I've just canceled it now, but they shut
damn.
it down because I said I don't need it until probably around the middle of April. So I should have had them printed in.
I'm gonna cut a hole in my MedTainer storage drawer and just leave it blank then.
Yeah, but that's okay. But
So
otherwise
Johnny
than that-
and Cookie, you should come on 420 on the broadcast in our backstage area. It should be fun. We're gonna have like a hookup for everybody to be kind of in a like backstage as well as a front stage.
I'll be there.
That we're gonna cut back and forth to on the broadcast. So you guys should pop on.
I have my own Johnny B grow room Zoom room, so I have 42 people in there that we kind of have meetings on Mondays. So it'll definitely be. I thought maybe I can. I don't know how we tried. If you do the Zoom, does that work, or just have two different Zooms, right?
I don't know. We'll have to figure that out.
One day. I don't think it'll work. We already went down that. It doesn't work.
Oh yeah, we should try all that before the said day, like on Sunday when everyone's on acid or something.
We got the 419 show.
Yeah. It should
then we
be
have the
a lot of
421
fun. And yeah, everybody's doing their own Zoom thing as well. Like there's 100 different things going on out there. There's all kinds of stuff, broadcasts and all
some
kinds
people
of
are going
things from different.
broadcasting.
Even down in the States, everybody's doing a bunch of different things.
A lot of people broadcasting live all day on Instagram. You have shows going all day on Instagram. Everybody's got all kinds of different time dates. I had one this morning I was going to do with Gastown, and my phone wasn't working, so just no live today. So I got to wait till Monday, but hopefully I can dig up one of my old phones. I'm looking for one right now so I can do a seed giveaway tomorrow morning on my Instagram because I kind of felt like I missed it at the last couple days here. Damn phone.
Yep. Well, I don't know,
But
man.
we have the rest of 420.
I'm like super fucking high right now. Those 2 dabs that I did. Holy shit. I haven't been dabbing at all for the past mostly since this whole COVID thing started. I've like been kind of taking it easy on the dabs. I've been smoking a lot of flower basically. And I have a rig at home, like a nail and all that stuff. And like once in a while I'll take a dab, but for some reason I just kind of held off. I was paying attention to my lungs because sometimes I have to admit when I'm dabbing a lot, I feel like I have like something in my lungs, or in my throat. So I just try to like avoid any respiratory things while shit like this was going on, just to see. But smoke a lot of flower because I can't ever stop smoking flower. But yeah, and then now these 3 dabs just killed me.
That's my dry
Power.
I'm ripped as shit. Where's Mr. Cookie?
He's gonna go grab a pipe, I think.
Oh, look at that chair.
I think he's grabbing a pipe.
Well,
Mr. Cookie, show us the chair that you're sitting on. I want to see the chair. Oh yeah, that thing's dope.
yeah, heavy duty.
Didn't you have those in high school?
It's got a good 70s green going on.
It's probably
High
from
school
the high
series.
school
100% it is. I recognize that sucker, man. I sat in one of those things in like
principal's
1980s.
office right outside.
That's where I got to sit in that sucker all the time, right there. Yeah, I recognize those chairs. Elementary school, the suckers get big, and then
No, this was the elementary school chair.
But I said I graduated. There it is. Yeah, that's the one. That was the gymnasium chairs.
Aqua color,
You got one of
Oh
those
yeah, that
across
one's
the
dope.
barn.
That aqua's amazing, actually.
So this is my other new thing. Okay.
This is just like retro garage.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Poke it. So use your toker poker to touch your bank machine, to touch your
carry your own
elevator
bank
button,
machine? Just tell 'em
and
I
then you
don't
can use the
have
bead
one.
line, and then you burn the end of it so you can close it up. So all those things that you're touching
Don't touch it. Poke it. Poke it. That's how it's
Right.
fun.
It's the COVID poker.
I've been getting a lot of shopping done for my family,
Yeah.
and my dad's highest risk, so we don't let him leave the house or do anything. And my mom's
Yep.
over 65, so same
home.
deal. But there's a lot of places that have this pickup service now, and every time I go there, I just tell them, I'm like, you got to call them on a phone when you pull up, and then you tell them you're there and tell them your order, and then they come out and they like put it on the table, and then they go inside, and then you grab it, and I say, this really feels like an old shady drug deal, like, and most people laugh pretty hard about that because I'm like, and then when they come and put it out, they're like, and then they like put it down or whatever, and they go in and like lock the door and shit. I'm like, I'm not gonna rob you, like.
They did that at the Home Depot. A lady showed up. She put her she put her ID out on the car and got back in. The lady came out, looked at the ID, set down the package, waved, walked away. The lady got out of the car, grabbed the package.
They do that Canadian Tire too, yeah.
Yeah,
I ordered it online, and then they
you
called
just
me
leave your
come pick
ID
it
out.
up, like show them.
Yeah, yeah. There's all of these pickup spots now. I've never seen it
Just
before.
left the cart full of stuff for like my family and me and shit. I was like, that's hilarious.
Everything's delivery now. You get everything delivered. I mean, I bought my iPhone that's being delivered. I got all my mail outs being delivered. I don't have to wait. And then I have the gate delivery between Mike and Hetty. So we do the gate mailbox now. We have little bins on each side of the gate. Shit, I mailed out 16 packages like yesterday of all the different seeds giveaway last week and stuff.
That's good.
Yeah, they're all like I said, it's $2. So it's just, and anyway, it's good to get people to, while they're sitting at home, to start growing, to kind of grow through this, and maybe a plant might help them get through this, right? Grow your own. I've always said it.
Yeah, I'm going through all my strains right now,
Johnny.
popping all the seeds I can to see what's in there. Gonna find that magic. Coming out with that quarantine kush.
When you want some magic, Brian, send me an address. I'll send you some Medi Lights.
I'm really ripped.
I got a 24-week Colombian cross into a Girl Scout cookie. So you're either gonna get a really long flowering or a really killer short flowering fucking sativa, right? So I'll send you one of those if you want to try a couple of those. Means they're pretty elite.
No, that
might have to go.
This one's just looking for the new ones from what I got in these.
There you go.
It's from the old hippie from the island. Remember he gave me all the seeds? He gave me like fucking hundreds of strains that he bred down, and his son, he passed away, and his son doesn't smoke weed, so he came into the seed bank and just gave me like all these genetics, which could be like mountain skunk, which would be the original skunk weed, and a few other ones that are in there, gems, Texada, and a few different ones that I don't know, A3 or something, and some other ones.
There you go.
I've been trying to get people to decipher the lip.
Well,
Johnny, is that your hi-fi in the background on the top shelf there?
that's my what?
Stereo up there?
Oh, my
The old hi-fi?
Yeah, they're right over here.
Top shelf?
Oh, that would be my first place CBD concentrate cup. That's my second place CBD concentrate cup. I don't know what you're looking at here. These are all my books, all my different pipes. You know, there's the Chris's magazine, Leave Before 20, Cannabis Magical Herbs, and the cults. You see how much I've gone through that book. Well, that way through. Like about a 5-year read, I think. Yeah, whatever. My mess. What are you laughing about, Brian?
So that's your stereo up top there?
No.
Yes, that's what I was looking at.
Not Moran.
You mentioned everything else but the stereo. I was just funny because Jared said the stereo.
Okay, so the stereo actually is in a Kai Tuner 1978. It's fucking top of the line. The old Marantz amp 240 and the Sansui record player from 1976 that matches all the old school Samsung amps on the west side. Sansui. Sorry, yeah, Sansui. 1971 Sansui amps.
You're listening to that playing this pinball machine, bro.
Some serious
What year, Johnny? What year is the stereo?
1971 Sansui.
Oh wow, so
72.
same year. It's a good year. 72.
Then I got the 1968 Sansui tuner, and then I got the Sansui another tuner from '76, and then I'm looking for the 1971 record player, but it's about $2,000. They're hard to find. When I do, I'll put it all together and have it all set up nicely downstairs. But after the flood, and then redoing the basement, and then the basement is just all Christmas right now, so the whole basement's full of Christmas gear.
Christmas had Johnny's in the summer. Too bad it wasn't allowed to hang out. We could all do some LSD 25 and pretend it's Christmas again.
I'm taking this old other Samsui amp to outside to hook up to the old BMW sitting right here. See these ones right down here. So the ladies have something to listen to.
Is that Bruce Lee behind you, Johnny?
Of course it is. I've had that poster since I've been 16 years old, straight up. Knowing is not enough, you must apply. Willing is not enough, you must do. I've lived by that. Knowing is not enough, you must apply. Applying is not enough, you must do it. That's what I always say. I always say applying is not enough, you must do it. So it's been my motivational poster for pretty much my whole life. Good old Bruce Lee. Enter the Dragon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can probably hear him better than we can out there, because Zoom's picking him up. You're pretty quiet when I'm hearing you in here, Johnny, unfortunately, but I think it's probably just our inside stereo issue, not a Zoom issue.
What do we got going on over here?
Oh yeah, you're louder when you come towards the camera.
When I stand right beside my mic, it's pretty good to go. 'Cause I got this thing probably turned down way too much. How about that? Is that a lot better? Can you hear me now? Oh, that's 10 times better.
Johnny's got the same problem in studio or at home. It's always about aiming towards the mic.
I just talked away from it.
I just like, whatever.
All right, boys. Well, it's 5 o'clock right now. I think we can wrap it up. That was a good 1 hour pre-420 show. We're just a couple days away from the big...
Get way out here, bye.
Yep. 420, Pod TV, Cannabis Life Network. Oh, apparently we just lost our Pod TV live functionality because... On YouTube, that is, not on Facebook. So our Pod TV broadcast is going to have to be on Facebook only, unfortunately, live.
You got banned from Facebook, YouTube again?
What's that, Johnny?
You got banned from YouTube again?
Yeah, we got a ban on an old Chris Bennett video.
Okay, at least it wasn't my video.
It's a 2-hour documentary about the history of cannabis. It's already had 5...
From how long ago? How many views? Like,
views. It's turns you all the time. And
what's the name of it?
The history of cannabis.
Oh no, that one.
Yeah, it's really good.
That's a huge video.
It's really good.
Why would they take it down? People probably reported it because they're mad.
Because with monetization rules now and what we did back then.
Just large bot collection, but still, they did that to another one of his videos.
Yeah, Chris Bennett has some really amazing documentary videos about cannabis and the history of cannabis. And there's some of our actually highest views on Pod TV, Chris's videos.
Yeah, they're incredible.
Yeah, and they're really awesome. That one had 500,000 views plus. That's crazy, and they took it down.
That's normally what it takes. Once you get the views, they rip it.
It's probably because I wouldn't doubt that there's like some religious folks who might be a little upset with that video.
I mean,
so
you think so?
Sources.
But would it be for copyright purposes, or was it
Jesus
for...
Christ himself probably reported it.
Harmful to the community.
Harmful or dangerous.
Oh, no. So that one is a bullshit one. That's not gonna happen. Harmful to the community. They're gonna look at that and be like, no. Because how is a documentary film about cannabis harmful to the community? Although they did take down the hash videos.
You got to start moving these videos around. You start uploading them other places. Guaranteed, if it's at 500,000 views, someone's already uploaded it onto another channel. Like my the Death of BHO video. If you just punch it on the internet, you'll see it in other people's channels. It doesn't have the same views of like 2 million views, but it's still there. So it's just getting getting the link to where the video is now is going to be the main thing, is making sure people still able to view that, right? Because no matter what, you've had 500,000 people watch that video, so 500,000 people are going to think about that and might just Google it and will find that new link, and then they'll share that with somebody else. So it's about just kind of, like pushing it. Just keep the Google going.
Yep. There you go. Man, I am really high.
That's it. Cheers.
I was gonna take another dab, but I figure that's probably not even a good idea at this point because I'm like super ripped.
And then if your throat sore, then you're worried.
Have you been dabbing over there, Johnny boy?
Solid. I'm actually like, this was full 2 days ago, so it's almost empty. But I'm working in the yard and working in the garden and working around the house. So it's like I dab, I do some work. I dab, I do some work. It's kind of like medicine. It keeps me going. I'm not a dabber.
Keeps you rolling.
So for me, when I'm working around the house and stuff like that, it's kind of like I should have this attached to my shoulder. So I can just kind of keep
And do you,
going.
where's your like rig of choice? Is it like somewhere close, like on you have a holster on your belt for it or something?
So in the office is the slinger, in the garage is the mothership, and then when I do the sift, I have Dan the cell behind me, and then when I want to do a really nice dab, I grab a little bit of oh my god, I just forgot his name right now.
There you go.
Maddie Sullivan, all right, and then I got some lethal glass in here, and I got some. I got my little collection. So every pipe's got its purpose, but I'm all piped out now because and then the money's over on the other side.
Just below the hi-fi.
Oh, and
love
of
that.
course,
Silver
you can see how
panel.
well Jesse gets used all the time. A little bit of Redbeard.
Oh yeah.
There's some-
Sorry, show that off again. You got I keep responding so it flips back to me. Show us that again, Johnny.
You want to see this one again? This is the old. So Redbeard made this at Weeds Glass and Gifts when Jim was making it, and that's when
That one's cool.
Brad from Beard Brothers was there, and they made the Swiss Perk for me. I like that. It's dirty. My pipes are dirty. I use them. My TY ones are up in my bedroom, so my bongs, my big bongs, I like doing a big bong rip in the morning, just out the window overlooking Mount Baker. It's kind of nice, like nice sunny day.
There you go.
Enjoy
Mr.
the
Cookie, do you have any smoke? Like, what are you smoking out of over there?
He's at his parents.
Smoking out a joint. I have this Paul Taylor pipe.
Nice.
It's Illuminati laid over with I forget the color. 2 colors you mix. CFL shifter. And also Illuminati, so it's that black light responsive. Smoking on a lot of weed. And I got the plethora of hash. All the imports. We got the real Afghani.
Nice.
We got the pearl. Has to be kept in parchment. We got the super Tabizla.
When are you bringing that back to smoke with me?
Moroccan cream. Moroccan hard. That's it.
I got a bunch of your hash here, actually.
See? And Monday's the day for smoking it, you know?
You gave me this one.
What is that?
This one's stuffed full of hash over the years. I got a few from Brian. Brian's always hooked me up with some of the real good old hash. I got a little hash collection here somewhere. I think I moved it. Yeah, I'm not looking for it. The drawer's right there. I'll move it up and be like, hit the laptop.
And I got a couple rigs. I got the mini Roer and stuff here. A couple things. I haven't been dabbing because when it makes me throat sore, I get all paranoid. Like, it's got that sore throat.
I'm just looking actually in the pipes I'm looking at were all birthday gifts. I got this one last year, the year before that. It's kind of funny. Just thinking about that. I want to get this year.
They were birthday gifts, did you say, John?
Yeah, they're all birthday. Well, Helena got me the one from Dan the first year. Then she gave me the one behind there the first year we were together. And the second year, the one on the top, she made me. Then she made me the cups. And then I got that one there for my birthday from Maddie Sullivan. So that's the dragon. So that was my birthday this year. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I'm looking at how they've been birthday years. I can go back on the years of birthdays and stuff like that. And everything has a meaning, right?
Well, happy birthday, John.
Well, this was November 21st. Okay, so this was Barcelona. This is the Barcelona trip. The mothership was when I didn't go to Barcelona and I went and had my surgery. So that came from, everything has a year, or it's the collection's been over the last 12 years, right? It's kind of nice.
I'm loving that beard, John.
Yeah.
You're as puffy as me right now.
Yeah, I forget I have to
We're like wild beasts. Gotta trim that shit down.
You comb it now?
I gotta trim mine down. I like yours, so.
I'm all over the place. I'm just gonna let it grow. I'm gonna go down ZZ Top.
ZZ Top style?
ZZ Top style.
People will call you Redbeard. They'll be like, you blew a glass, bro.
I'm gonna start on the torch pretty soon. I'm getting pretty bored here. It's like I'm on better day. It's like
you might as well.
Yeah. MedTainers are not an essential service, so pretty much.
Well,
we're shut down in the U.S. So there's
MedTainers.
I'd say MedTainer is an essential service for sure.
I know it is. You know it is. Anybody who has one knows it's an essential service to what their need is. But according to the government, most of the stores that we sell to are all closed, right? So how many stores are still open? Where's all the pawn shops, head shops, stuff like that? All those different stores. Most of those places are closed down, right? If not, they're opening sidewalk, and there's just the people aren't leaving their houses to go shopping. I have seen an increase in Amazon sales and online sales. I've seen that right across the board with all my stores. A lot of people are selling a lot online. A lot of people I'm talking to all the store owners, and everybody's just hitting the internet, getting their websites out there, right? Where to shop online. Comes to your door. It's awesome. You get your food delivered to your door. One thing I really like is I can go to Facebook and I'm seeing Facebook ads, sponsored ads, so you can get weed delivered to your home.
I seen that, yeah.
Yeah, you saw that. Those are total block.
Not even ads. Legal weed, eh?
No, yeah, it's not even legal weed. Yeah, it's just here you go. Jared's like, really? Yeah. I live down the street from COVID, so we have it sucks because all the prisons out here in Abbotsford, a lot of the prisoners are getting COVID because just the we're solid air.
Did you just say I live down the street from COVID?
Yeah, it's there's a lot of people down there. I just hear that a lot of ambulances. You hear them all the time, a lot lately, a lot more than normal. Sucks. They have a parking lot. They have a whole thing set on the parking lot on that was for the regional hospital out here for all the inmates. So they have basically a prison hospital sitting in the parking lot outside here. It's pretty screwed up. That's where they're gonna go, right? So these guys are suffering and dying, and they're in prison where they're getting a life sentence for simple, we don't even know what they're in there for. I guarantee people in there for just simple pot possession or pot crimes. I mean, these people should not be in jail. They should be released right away, and should not have to go for what they're going through because they basically got a death sentence sitting in a prison right now, in my opinion.
No, it's really bad. It's crazy that, and they haven't done they've been warning them about the whole outbreaks in all the prisons for a while, and they just didn't do anything. And now they've got prisoners locked down. They haven't had showers for 2 weeks, and just crazy shit like that. They can take one shower every 2 weeks, and it's gonna be, it spreads like wildfire in those conditions, right? So and it already has been spreading, as you said. One person's died and everything.
That aircraft carrier's got over 1,000 people on it now that all got the virus. That's basically the whole ship's done, right? What are you gonna Even some of those homes that we heard about where people just the staff just left. People died in there, and they didn't die of the virus. They died of starvation. Anyway, it's not bad news. The good news is we're all puffing hard. Gotta grow through this. Yeah, I can't. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be talking about the bad news.
I'm playing a lot of Wii Sports. You guys know about that?
Wii Sports?
Yeah, we should start that.
Tell us about that, Mr. Cookie.
Well, there's a lot of Wii Sports out there. You got golf, you got tennis, you got boxing.
Oh, he's Wii, the Wii Sport. So you can kind of exercise at home? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I've been getting my parents to do it, so it's pretty funny.
Hey, you know what? It is downstairs because I remember when I had got it, she's like, you can start exercising more because, I'm injured, right? And I
Some
thought it
of
was a
it,
good
yeah.
idea, but it's pretty brutal, man.
The
It's like it's a
boxing one
workout.
makes me sweat.
Yeah, it's a workout. I was like,
I was like,
this
what?
isn't fun. It's like I tried myself like, okay, I'm done. I gotta sit down and have a rest. This is ridiculous.
It's good for you though, John.
We gotta smoke a joint. What's wrong with you? You bong it. We get back at it. Of course, it's good for you. Working in the garden, trimming, lifting up the pots, moving soil around, watering. There's all of these things you need to do on repetitive, and you can treat it like there's like it's like
It's the winter here. I'm chopping wood every
you
day.
can see
So I
all of
don't
these
care.
things, lifting the packs, stuff like that. There's good exercises working in a garden. So when you're in your garden, you can actually fully exercise while gardening and working. You should have a how to exercise while gardening. Your weed. Show.
Exercise guru, garden guru.
There you go.
You can wear it tight.
Can you turn it up a bit, Neil?
Turn it up. I know. First we were leaving. Now we're just talking about nothing. It's like 5:14 now. It's like what are we talking about? It's kind of now. We're just bored. What are you guys doing? Like,
Yeah, I know. I remember saying we were going to wrap it up about 15 minutes ago, but it's been.
Yeah, so it's like
I like our post game show here. It's been fun.
Yeah, you gotta have fun.
We're getting ready for the long haul.
Yeah, and the Wii sounds like fun, Mr. Cookie.
Yeah.
I've never actually really played very much Wii, and I've always wanted to. It looks really cool with all the the controllers that are all remote control, or they're like the actual things in the game. You're swinging a sword, you're swinging the tennis racket, you're swinging whatever. I love that interactivity that the Wii has that I've never really my last system was a PlayStation 1.
Whoa.
That's
wait. PlayStation 4 too.
A Nintendo 64. That would have come after the PlayStation, I guess. Yeah, so my last console was a Nintendo 64. But I did recently, of course, get some of those classic consoles, like the Nintendo one and the Super Nintendo one. They're pretty dope. And a Genesis. The Genesis Mini.
I used to play a lot of video games, and then I stopped. But it was like I had the arcade games. I had the F-14 Tomcat and Double Dragon, and had the sit down
Double
Pac-Man.
Dragon.
Hey, yeah, man, that was pretty good. That stuff. Yeah, I think F-14 Tomcat pinball machine was my favorite. It's the old pinball machine.
It's nostalgic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm having a hard time hearing you guys in the studio right now for some reason.
You can't hear me? Do I have to get closer to the microphone?
Now, well, that does help.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yes, that does help a little bit, but
Dabs away, guys.
Okay, I'm just gonna go finish chopping wood then.
Dabs away.
Before the daylight goes away.
Gotta get that wood chopped.
Boys, you guys should have yourselves a fine weekend in your underground bunker, and Johnny in your where
I'm
where
gonna
is
be
yours? Is
harvesting
yours
some
above ground?
reservoirs.
Johnny's above ground bunker.
We're gonna build a tunnel, me and Mike, so we can visit, and then people don't know. So we're gonna do virtual chess. We're talking about that. So he's gonna have a chessboard. I'm gonna have a chessboard. We're gonna Zoom, and we'll just move each other's games so we can see a chessboard on each side.
Smart.
Zoom in chess. Yeah, you like that, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
You got sit down and play some chess.
Play like that?
It's like, so
Zoom
we're gonna have
chess.
some fun. Zoom
Yeah, as
chess.
long as,
eh?
yeah, you could play any board game like that. Have Risk on both sides.
Yeah, it's It's just the way of me and Mike like to play chess, and right now it kind of sucks because it's kind of that time of season. It's like Sundays where I play chess, or sometimes through the week we'll have a game or two, and it keeps the mind going. You know what I mean? Smoking a joint, playing some chess, and you know have a quick game or a soft game, and he kicked my ass last time, so it's pretty good. But
Zoom chess sounds like a fun thing. You could even
then every time you lose a man, you gotta do a dab or a toke.
There you go. That's pretty good. That takes away the pain.
Gotta take that pain away. I've been kind of working on all these syringes of Phoenix Tears, so I'm kind of running low on those now. So really kind of when you don't have access to the stuff that we used to always have access to, as in for patients, and so I say it's kind of like what are patients doing right now? Where are they getting their access? Because everything's shut down and they can't go out. They don't have that being delivered. People aren't begging for them. Um, really, those are the people that really need help right now. They're not getting help, guaranteed, right? So if you know someone who needs a little bit of extra green, French deliveries. I said I do a lot of French deliveries. It's like keeping Mike and Hetty medicated well while they're unlocked under COVID. It's important. How about your neighbor?
It's true. My neighbors don't smoke.
Help out a friend in need with some hash, Brian. My address, P.O. Box 515, Station A, Abbotsford, BC. Send me anything you guys want. P.O. Box 515, Station.
The fire inspector's got the crazy hash.
Brian's got some of the craziest hash collection that I've known from anybody. He's kind of like, I love the hash collection Brian's got. He's like, yeah, I know. He's just thinking, it's like, I know.
I really like hash. Ever since I was a young lad, hash was really important to me, though it's a good thing. It's all I really had access to here. Didn't see weed for a while. Probably like 3 or 4 years.
And on 420, are you going to be showing off? You're going to be doing a segment called hashtag, I think, or something?
Hashtag, yeah. We'll show off all the hashes we have, and I guess we'll probably have to smoke a bunch. I'm the only one here. Maybe get my mom and dad to smoke hash. They don't even smoke weed, but maybe on 420, hey, here, smoke some hash.
Smoke some hash.
Gonna have to.
I guess it's 420. Yeah, I'll just spike all their food all day. Making breakfast this morning, guys.
Oh, jeez. So the family
520. So that means it's time.
They're not big smokers, Cookie.
No. They'll do like a couple edibles, sort of like light duty ones to like fight their arthritis and stuff like that, but nothing. But you never know. Maybe this 420 will be the one. They're in lockdown. They don't have to go anywhere. My dad usually drives older people around for like their doctor's appointments and stuff for the Red Cross. So he never wants to have like marijuana in his system. So he'll do like a couple capsules on like the weekend, but then not during the week. But now he can't go anywhere, so I just tell him like, "Fuck, you should just be getting high."
That's crazy that everybody, like my grandparents too, are into cookies, but not anything more than that, really. Like I don't know if they've taken any caps or anything like that, but I should suggest that because
they think of it more as medicine. Then they're just like, "Oh, a capsule," you know. It's not like.
Exactly. Yeah. But my parents definitely, they like to smoke some, even hit the bomb.
Yeah, no, I wish my parents did. No.
I could say my dad used to smoke, then he didn't smoke. And then I got him on the CBD THC pills, and he was taking like 10 at a time. Like, these don't do anything for me. So then I got him some gummy bears from Kind Selections. Gave him a couple bags. He's like, I ate like 3 or 4 of those things. They didn't do anything to me. I'm like, now I know where I got my tolerance from. Thanks, Dad. I had no idea. Fuck. Couldn't figure it out my whole life, right? How come like he needs so much weed and stuff like that? Well, apparently Dad didn't really affect him. I said, how was your sleep? He goes, I had a great sleep, though. It's like, okay, so in other words...
Maybe they were just low-dose gummies.
They were 10 milligrams, but like I said, that's what I told my dad. He ate like 4 or 5 of those things. They gave him a couple bags of 10, right? I'm like, take one. One didn't do anything, so I ate 2. Then I ate like 4, and that's like.
It's hard to stop eating those things once you start. They're so damn good.
He doesn't smoke weed or eat weed at all. He doesn't do like so. When he ate that much, I'm like, okay, wait a second here. It's all coming together.
I ordered a bunch from the dispensary there, of a different selection of all kinds of edibles, and I'm just gonna leave them out here and see like if they just eat them.
Yeah, just like.
I'll tell them they're medicated, but because they'll taste good. I'll be like, oh, they're really weak, and they'll just have maybe more than a few and be like, just wrecked.
Mr. Cookie, you've been making edibles for like 1,000 years or something.
Since the first edible was made, I think I had a hand in that and the recreation of that edible. Yeah, it's been since in Hamilton, whenever the hell that was.
2008 is when you came to Green Cross with the edibles from Puff Mama. Was that?
Oh, they were probably from me.
Yeah, that's what I said. They're
I
for
was
you.
probably since like 2004, I want to say 2006.
I can say because I was it was about 2000. Yeah, maybe it's 2006 when I was at St. Cross.
What was your
Yeah.
first edible? A cookie?
It was a cookie, and then it was taffy. I did canned the Laffy Taffy. It was like cannabis taffy, and then
Like it stretches out like a Laffy Taffy?
more like a caramel taffy, you know, like that English taffy or whatever.
Oh, that stuff's good.
Yeah, so that was the one. It was supposed to be caramel popcorn topping, but it didn't work out for some reason, like, you know, and then it was like, oh, now it's just candy. And everyone fucking really liked it, so I did that for years. And then I did some chocolates and some cookies and some. I used to do a big $10 cookie that was shaped like a hand. It was called the High Five. Those are sold at Goodwin Shop at Up in Smoke in Hamilton there before they got raided. And yeah, he was doing like mail order with those and selling them everywhere, I guess, for a long time.
The high fives?
Good job, man.
High fives, all the edibles. Yeah, he was doing the whole bunch.
And so, and I remember Mr. Cookie, you had the candy machines too.
I did, yeah, the bulk candy machines. That was fucking sort of good. It was a fun time.
What kind of candy?
We did lots of sour cherry blasters, some M&Ms, chocolate and almond, or no, almond peanut. The fucking Jelly Bellies.
Oh,
That was like the big thing for a while. Assorted Jelly Bellies.
There you go.
Jelly Bellies are awesome.
Yeah,
And
gum was never a good thing because people would stick gum under the tables and shit, so we just X that right away.
it seems like there's a couple old like candy standards that are out there, like those chews. Remember chews?
Yeah. I couldn't get those, but I did want to get them because, of course, you know, sour ass gum that looks like it's made with a whole bunch of other pieces of gum. Yeah, you need that. You know?
I love that stuff. So good. Yeah, and really does. That's what I picture too. Is that it looks like it's made with all the parts of all the.
You
other
like
gum that
leftover
kind of
gum? Oh, let's just squish it together. Oh, it's a little sour. Yeah, it's all the flavors mixed up.
Exactly, and it's tasty too. It is sour.
Oh, it's good.
I need some edibles right now. Oh.
And what about runts? Did you have runts in a machine?
I did actually for a while, but they got hard to get for some reason. They kind of went away.
Here's a piece of history. Check this out. This
Whoa, BCMP, Hemp BC postcard.
BC postcard. Yeah.
Sold it. It doesn't even have 307 on it. It has the address across the street, 301.
324 West Hastings Street.
What?
Yeah.
That's not even a place. That's not even a place.
324.
This came with these amazing caramels.
Yeah, taco place. Or no, the
Tacofino.
Oh, look at that.
These are the most amazing creamy caramels, and this guy's pretty cool. I've got it from the Red Seal Chef, Ben. This guy here. So, and this is he's a chef, and these
Red Seal Chef too. So he's like,
yeah, so good, guys.
I don't know what that means.
But you know it's old school because he sent me this card. Thank you, John, for it's just a really nice little, really nice.
Tell those BCMP those cards.
But when he wrote it on this BCMP hemp card, OG, you know that this is not a card that you can just buy anywhere. This is a much respect, man. Huh? What?
I think you can buy that card still.
Can you? Okay, well don't lie to me. Come on, make me feel good.
Garrett, can you still buy that card at the shop?
I don't know, but it's very possible.
Old BCM, hemp BC. Yeah, okay, well,
it's
cool.
Found a
I like
box
it.
downstairs.
Nice.
Yeah, we do have a bunch of old vintage cards like that.
I get all the magazines.
I don't know if that's
like crazy. I got stacks of them here. Every time I go down, I grab 4 or 5 copies from the front. I send them away, give them away to people, stuff like that. But I mean, it's kind of like the old TY magazines, everything like that. All the old hash books. Like I'm always reading this one, Brian.
Robert Clark.
Yeah. Looking at the way of separating those trichomes.
Trickety trikes.
Trikes.
I got the Kaneh seeds right with me. The Kaneh screens from Ed Borg. Self-Mission Labs.
I think it might be a caramel night.
You better eat that caramel.
Hash is kind of like a religion for a lot of people.
Oh, what's happening on Monday then? What time does everyone have to be on their computer at?
Well, I think we're gonna kick off the broadcast at 11:30 Pacific time, 11:30 a.m. Pacific time.
So that's 12:30 my time.
Yeah.
No, it would be.
No.
2:30 your time.
I think it's later.
You're 3 hours ahead.
What time?
You're 3 hours ahead of us, right?
Yeah.
Right. So 2:30.
Yeah, it's not too hard, guys. 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30. Come on. Brian's on his phone. He's doing some adding, subtracting. Goes that really?
Oh, I'm trying to get back in Wii games over here. Come on now.
No, it looked like he's like on his phone. He's like, yeah, I'm trying to do this.
I'm trying to figure out how to buy these Wii games, and I can't see this or really examine the stuff.
I'm gonna get super high tonight for sure, and tomorrow, and on 420 definitely.
Sunday's Albert Hoffman Day, you know.
Should do a squish day. I'll definitely be able to do some live squish.
419 is bicycle day, the day LSD was invented.
The bicycle ride?
It was the day that the first acid trip was taken out in Switzerland.
Nice.
Albert Hoffman tried the LSD, lethargic acid 25 and drops, and then went for a little bike ride and realized, whoo, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Would you consider him the inventor or the discoverer?
Discoverer.
He made the analog and then tested it like after. I think he made it like a couple months before that and just had it there and was like, I forget what he made it for. And then he was like, might as well try it out.
Wait, where did he put it on himself?
I think he ate it just like in his mouth.
Huh. Yeah, that's a really awesome story. Right? Goes for the bike ride, the famous bike ride.
There you go. 6 more seed giveaways.
Got LSD? Oh no.
No, just stamps.
not those kind of tickets. Not trip tickets.
Mailing this out. I remember what Dana said. It costs a lot of money to mail this shit out. I'm like, yeah.
Imagine him with all those.
She spent like over $1,000 mailing out seeds and stuff over the last 3 months. And you don't really realize how much you spend when you start mailing out retainers, free stuff, getting people to grow, getting people to grow. And you know what? Best thing about it is giving back to the industry. And I'm super stoked to see how people are going to grow through this pandemic.
2:30.
Hopefully to do with it. Huh? What's the Brian?
It's 7. What time is it out there, Mr. Cookie? 8:30.
8:30.
And where is it? What time is it way out and where you are, John?
Right here. It's a blurry 5:31 maybe.
It's like 5 in the morning the next day. You're in
That's
Australia,
my
right?
computer here is 12:09 p.m. So Amsterdam time, I guess.
Oh.
It's 9:30 right now. I'm in Nova Scotia, hanging out, Mom's place. This is why you see the post.
That's incorrect. I don't know why it's 12 p.m. That's not a time anywhere.
No, isn't 12 p.m. anywhere right now?
Wow,
It must be a time somewhere. It's definitely somewhere.
I don't know.
Brian, here's 2 XL MedTainers.
I need that XL MedTainer. I need like 6 of those and 12 smalls.
Are those the glow-in-the-dark ones, John?
Pardon me?
Are those glow-in-the-dark?
Yes, they are.
It's the only one that Mr. Cookie ever rocks, the glow-in-the-dark. If it's not radioactive, you ain't rocking.
Yeah, so I have 500 of these suckers. It's pretty easy. Yeah, buy one, get one free on 420, 2020. From just right at 12. It starts at 12 a.m. 01. And at 11:59, the sale goes off. But anything. You buy a Kaneh clamp, get one free. Just the way it works. I don't really care.
I had an extra Kaneh clamp here, but I'm mixing the clamp.
There you go.
They really do work, too, the glow-in-the-dark on them. Like, I have one next to my bed, And when I
It glows.
go, like if I have the light on and I turn it off, I'm like, oh, I gotta like put it in the drawer because it's too bright.
Yeah, it glows. Like if you leave it in the window, like mine sits in the window, I'll come down at 4 a.m. You can still see it. It's glowing.
It's pretty crazy.
Good polymix going on there. High quality glow stuff.
I think the Toka Poker's got the longest glow to it, in my opinion, because it's just always glowing. Like you open up a drawer like 3 days later, and you can see it's like, whoa, the Toka Poker's like glowing darker. You know, you haven't opened the door for 2 days, and it's like in the middle of the night, you open up the drawer.
It must be partially radioactive in some way. It's like those old. You can still buy on eBay some of those old like radioactive toys that they used to make.
I had them on
Well,
eBay.
I have
eBay
the original glow-in-the-dark frisbee from 1974. It's still in the package, and yeah, it glows hard. Like you hit it with the black light, and it fucking charges up pretty good. Like I'm like, you're so old and like glowing so hard.
All my black lights in the garage.
It's got a half-life of like a billion years.
Yeah.
I remember about an hour ago, someone wanted me to make at 4 o'clock. She's like, "Can you make me some soup?" And I put it on the stove.
Some soup I'll put on low, bro.
Hey, no, I turned it off.
I heard about Chernobyl getting a bit of a scare out there because it's burning down all the way around it, the forest or something.
What
That shit's
There's this idiot. He's driving up and down the road on his Ducati, and he's like doing like 100. And then he'll come back an hour later in his black Audi. Same guy. It's like, he must be bored at home, running back and forth with his toys. I don't know if he's drug dealer.
He's got nothing better to do.
What's going on?
You gotta run your car once in a while. They said don't leave it sit. Just
Don't
run
leave
it
it
now. Drive it around. Take for short drives so it charges your battery.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
No, your alternator will die. Your battery will
Don't
die.
give me the crap, man. I had my Suzuki sitting on the road for 6 months. I had to go charge the battery for it. My truck sat for 3 months. Charge the battery for it. It's good to go.
Well, you should. You should take it out for a little rip, John.
Yeah, that's why I have to charge the battery because I haven't taught. But you know what? The insurance ran on that. It's okay.
You guys can have a rev off.
You don't
Dad
need
parked his Suzuki in my front yard 6 months ago. Goes, I'm just gonna leave it here. I'll pick it up, when I need it. Great. Can I get some keys for it? Then I drove, and of course it broke down. So I had to put $2,000 into it because I was driving it. Right? Yeah. Great for me. Then I drove it again, and the alternator went. That was $700. So now Dad goes, well, I should pick it up. I'm like, I just put $3,000 into your Suzuki. It's staying in my yard. It's a little off-road 4x4.
Johnny's
it's a lot of
vehicle
fun.
woes.
Huh? No, it's Dad's little retirement toy. He loves it. I'm really happy for him. He goes out off-roading, but I like to go with him during COVID. I don't want him to go alone, and he can't go out 4x, and he can't go out motorcycle riding. You have to stay the fuck on.
Just keep your windows rolled up on your car.
Yeah, the air recirculating inside.
All right, boys. Well, it's already 5:36 now. We did 36 minutes of post game.
Fuck, 8:30, bro. Almost time for 9:10 coke session.
What happened to you guys? I lost you guys.
Well, it's been fun, and we'll be back. So yeah, early morning on 420. Tune in to pot.tv, www.pot.tv.
And they got shows like every day.
CannabisLifeNetwork.com, I believe it is, or .ca, CannabisLifeNetwork.com. You can find all of the
and then I'm gonna start doing
it.
this little grow show that I've been kind of doing with my Zoom account with a bunch of guys. I've been talking with them all about all their grows, what they've been growing on, and how they've been doing things. Talking with you guys about maybe getting that kind of up and going. But I guess if you can, they're all pre-recorded right now. Actually, I got about 5 of them, by the way. We'll talk.
Johnny, you're gonna be doing a segment on 420, like with Greg, right? Like, or on
yeah,
the
it's
main
like
stage.
for 5 minutes or something. It's like 12:35 p.m. Yeah, it's like Brian laughs like 12:35. He's like for 5 minutes you get show. I was like, well, I can do a dab and talk for 5 minutes if you want. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it's a tight schedule, so
It's all good. Yeah, I'll be hanging out backstage.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll be cutting.
I've been going for years. Backstage is where I hang out. Front stage is when I go and go, hey everybody, and throw a bunch of free stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do all day. Is on my channel, on my Instagram, stuff like that. Have 2 computers going, and I'll be giving away free seeds and free stuff through the Instagram, through all the other stuff that we're doing, and just kind of keep momentum going. You draw them towards, hey, get a free seed. Go to Vancouver 420. We're on Zoom. Get everybody into the chat room. Get everybody going in there. It'd be good to see everybody on the screens and stuff like that. So definitely with group efforts and getting things growing, we're all gonna have a great, fantastic 420 like we have in Vancouver, but this time it's gonna be Zooming all around. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
At home 420.
Still hanging out backstage, going on the main stage, and then giving out free stuff on the side stage. Right?
Yep, there you go. And yeah, Johnny, people want to find out about the stuff that you're giving away, where do you promote that? Like, what is your main...
I do my Instagram, but my phone's broken, but normally between Monday through Friday, I get up early because I'm a gardener, right? So I do coffee and cannabis at 7:10 a.m. And normally I ask a question in regard to my garden, or if it's got to be a gardening question or one of my videos, or what strain do I grow, or what nutrient do I use, or what dry surface screen is the best so that I use, whatever like that, or anything in regards to growing. And then I give away free seed to the right winner, but you have to be in Canada. Don't mail outside of the country; it's illegal. So I don't want to. I'm allowed to give away.
That's fair enough. I think that's
I'm just sticking with that. It's about growing through this pandemic and getting everybody to grow their own. We're all sitting at home, so start to grow. Hey, put it on your windowsill. I don't have a room. You got a window, don't you? Yeah. There you go. Make it a house plant. Like really, it's just about growing. It's about having fun. You're at home anyways. Maybe I'll give you a whole new journey. Maybe you'll start really growing that plant. Maybe you will put it. You know what I mean? Most of the guys that are on the group, because I started that Discord group, and that's another one, John B. Grow Room. Yeah, it's kind of fun. I got 42 awesome people in there talking about all their different growing techniques and stuff like that. Some of them are the chefs that you saw from that was Ben, and then we have some organic growers that are in school taking cannabis growing back in Ontario, which is now closed. But so we're all having a lot of fun educating one another and getting more people to join in to grow.
2 thumbs up. Yeah, that's good, Johnny. Great stuff.
Gotta grow. We gotta grow through this, and hopefully, if you need a seed, maybe on an Instagram little question, you might be able to win yourself a free seed.
Hit them up.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Well, thank you for joining by Zoom on the show today. I love our far away but still together.
Hey, I talked about this with Deanna. I think it's fantastic. We got to get more people zooming in here, and maybe we'll talk more about that Zoom later.
I have a Zoom meeting about it.
Yeah, and thanks to Zoom, I love Zoom. Like, it really does work well. I'm surprised that it's weird that nobody did this before. Like, or maybe I think these guys have been doing it for a while, but it just didn't catch on till now. But it's odd that Skype missed their opportunity to get this going.
Should have been the one.
Like, why didn't Skype do this? They could have had this going a long time ago.
Yeah, no, definitely. The way they set up Zoom, and I had it. Really, I didn't realize that I've been using Zoom for the last year and a bit just to have a couple different meetings with some other CEOs. Like, hey, here's a Zoom link, and Mark was doing it too, and then he just slowly using it for hashers. And it's like now with this pandemic, Zoom is a great way to connect with everybody. They're doing all kinds of things like what we're doing. We're doing 420 Zooming, and people can't get out, but we can Zoom everybody in. It's pretty cool.
Yep, it's very helpful. Thanks to Zoom. I know there's issues here and there with it all, but I think it's pretty good software. It's like I keep seeing on the news a couple things that are like Cisco WebEx or something.
There's so Google Hangouts. People have been using that a lot. People do use Skype, but I'm just surprised that it didn't become the one that became sort of.
You can use Skype to do a similar thing with this many people?
I think so, but it might be one of the ones you have to pay for. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they have a service similar, but yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem as easy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Are we live on Facebook right now?
Yeah.
Oh, there we are. Live
on Facebook. Yeah, we're not live on YouTube
just you, though.
Unfortunately, because We lost our
Whoever
live
talked.
YouTube functionality today.
So
And-
if I talk right now, do I get does it go over to the Facebook? Because now I'm looking at the Facebook talking with you guys because I'm like,
Well, it's delayed, so yeah, eventually it will. See?
There's Jer.
It's a bit of a, yeah, there's probably a bit of a lag.
There it is.
Hilarious. All right, well, let's wrap this up, boys. I love you guys. We'll
Awesome,
see you on
guys.
420. And have
Well,
a
I'll
great
see you
weekend.
soon.
Yeah.
Happy growing.
Happy growing.
Drug peace.
Peace.
Weed.
Cypress Hill squad right here.